Um, on another crazy question, what if we had to fill this room up with ping pong balls?
Okay.
How many do you think? And explain how you got that number.
How many would I think? Oh,
What did
gosh.
it take to fill it up?
Oh, logic problem. Well, I guess a ping pong ball is about an inch in diameter. And I guess maybe this is 12 feet. I would say at least maybe a few 100,000, I would think.
Okay. Okay. If you were an animal, what animal would you be and why?
I would definitely be an eagle. I think the whole flying aspect is amazing. Being able to be free, not constrained by roads and stoplights, and just being able to see everything. And I think, an eagle more because they're the top predator and they don't have anybody, hunting after them. They're the main hunters, so that would be a good one.
Okay. Great. What do you feel is the difference between a leader and a boss?
I think a boss is someone who, in my opinion, a boss is someone who is hidden kind of in an office somewhere that nobody really sees, and who just kind of talks with a certain group of people who then passes everything down to other people in the company. I think a leader is someone who works with everyone in the company or whatever they're working on, and talks to other people and communicates with them and works as a group instead of at the top of the pole kind of thing.
Okay. Give me a specific example of a time that you used good judgment or logic to solve a problem.
Well, I guess my math classes don't count for this one, but
No, they don't.
no, let's see, for good logic, or what was the other one?
Or just good judgment.
Good, okay.
And good judgment.
Okay, well, I've worked with children a lot, and I think for them you have to use good judgment. I mean, there's no way around that because, children don't have judgment for a lot of things. Even especially young children, they don't have physical judgment. They can't tell that over that hill is a 10-foot drop, or, things like that. Working with children, you have to use a lot of logic and definitely good judgment.
Okay. How do you typically deal with conflict?
I like to resolve it. I don't like having conflict. I don't like tension. I don't like when somebody's unhappy, or usually when someone's unhappy, they have something to say about it, they want to talk about it, and I think that it's good to listen to them and be able to resolve the problem. I don't like having conflict.
Okay. Give me an example of a time when you set a goal and was able to meet it or achieve the goal, besides school.
Besides school, right? I think with one of my previous positions, with the job, they started me at the bottom of the totem pole, which I was fine with, but I wasn't happy there. I didn't want to stay there, so I was fine starting there. And I knew that I wanted to move up, and within 6 months, I had been promoted 3 different times, and I was at a management position by the end of that 6 months.
Okay. Give me an example of a time that you motivated others.
Well, I like the position I was just saying, in the management position, we had a daily meeting that I would get with all of the employees. It was usually about 15 to 20, and I would have like a 5-minute pep talk meeting. And it would be, to get everyone on the same page, to get them pumped up for the job for the day and get them excited and make sure that they have all the information that they need to have. And I love that part about it. I think it was really good. I think it's great to have a positive influence, get people excited.
Okay. Give me an example of a time when you demonstrated your organizational skills.
I think, just for my past year in general, I had to be organized. When I was in school, I was taking 17 credits, and I was also working on an average of about 30 hours a week while I was taking those classes. And so in order to go from one class to the other and then to be prepared to go straight into a shift without even, going home first or anything, to have the right clothes and the right, all the books for class. But my entire year was I had to be very organized for that.
Okay, what was your favorite class in school and why?
My favorite class was physiology. I just thought it was very interesting. I majored in psychology, and that's a part of psychology, but it's more on the biology side. We learned about all the different parts of the brain and how they relate with one another, and how if one has any kind of defect or damage to it, how that would affect the person as a whole, and it was extremely interesting. I would love to do that again. It was very great.
Okay, give me an example of one that you did not like and why.
I didn't care for, I took a history class once, and it was taught by this professor who was a great teacher. He was, I think, almost 80 years old, and he had experienced most of these things that he was talking about, literally. And he wrote a book about it, and I read the book, and I liked the book, but I didn't like the class so much. I guess I'm just more of like how things work instead of learning about stories and previous things.
Okay. Tell me about your previous boss.
The most recent one, or just okay? My most recent boss. I worked with the company for 4 years, and it was in a college town, so of course there was a lot of employee turnover. And I had 2 different bosses. The first 2 years I was there was the general manager. He was the highest person that worked in the building with me. And he actually left and went to a different company. And then the second years we had a different one. And they were really good. We were always around each other. They weren't kind of hidden in an office. And so I had a lot of interaction with them. And they were always involved with what we were doing. And it was nice because they always valued our input, and I like that about them.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
I do. Can you tell me, for this position, can you tell me a little bit more about what for me in the position, what my main goals would be doing this?
Okay, well, because it's a sales position, you'll be making cold calls.
Okay.
You'll be following up with those cold calls. You'll be visiting businesses and doing job fairs, some recruiting aspects, and going over some of the inventory.
Okay. So have you done this position before?
I have.
You have? Okay, so what did you like about it?
It's a great question. The flexibility to be able to go to be at the desk but still out of the office. I just love the ability to be an eagle.
Right. Nice. Okay. Good. Okay. Well, that sounds great. I'm definitely interested, and I'm excited about it. It sounds like definitely something I'd like to do. So.
Cool beans. Well, I appreciate you coming.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It was really nice to meet you.
You too.
Thanks.
We're going